It's me, Incurable Jules. I wanted to come at you today and kind of talk about what it's like living with tube feeds, what it's like having a stoma, which is where my tube is inserted into my body, what it's like just kind of being hooked up 24/7 to a backpack and a pump, and kind of how I deal with all that sort of stuff. So first, let me tell you, dealing with the stoma, it's not too bad. It's basically like a giant piercing, if you think of it that way. It's just a hole by a surgeon, surgically carved into your body, and a tube is inserted into it. It's usually, a stoma is usually any hole along your digestive tract or urinary tract as well. So people with urinary issues can also have stomas.
As you can see, this is an up-close picture of my stoma. It looks irritated or red, but it actually doesn't hurt. That's a red tissue is actually granulation tissue, and because it's like a giant piercing, my skin is constantly trying to close over that and close the piercing. So it's constantly moistening itself, and that's why it looks a little red and moist. But it's a very healthy looking stoma, and that is what I care for and clean every day.
So that is what a stoma is. Now, caring for it, usually once it's healed, I don't really do too much other than wipe it down with tissues and paper towels here and there, maybe wipe around it with a warm washcloth to just get rid of some of the crusties. But yeah, it's basically pretty easy to care for. Being hooked up to a tube isn't too bad. I do have a lot of cable management I have to worry about. Being hooked up and having your backpack tip over, because this has to remain vertical. Think about it, there are bags in here, so anytime it tips over, air can get in the line. So bending over and picking things up a lot, or cleaning, can get a lot of air in my lines and things like that. So that can be annoying. The other thing is like sometimes if you catch on something, you can come undone, and you won't notice you've come undone. So you can do what's called feed the bed and just get feed all over your bed, which I have done like once. Luckily it hasn't happened again, knock on wood. But yeah, so that's kind of what it's like being hooked up to a tube. I do have to be careful around jumpy animals, because jumpy animals can be dangerous with a dangly tube unless I have it really secured. So that's one thing that I have to be wary of. I'm trying to think of something else. So those are the biggest things I can think of. Now with water, a lot of you think, like, can I swim? Yeah, I can swim, because again, like I said, this is just a big piercing. So I just have to make sure it's clean and sterile afterwards. It is recommended that if I do swim, not to swim in gross stagnant water, which, I mean, I don't think anyone wants to swim in gross stagnant water. So, and if I do swim in lakes, they said to just try to like cover it with waterproof tape, so that's not too hard to find and very easily to cover. So that's what I plan on doing this summer for swimming. I haven't swam with it yet, so I'll probably do a video talking a little bit about what it was like swimming with it later on in this summer. But as far as being hooked up 24/7 to a backpack and a pump, those are pretty much the biggest qualms and the hardest parts. It is not really that bad, and in all honesty, I love my feeding tube. It saved my life and it keeps me healthy, so I really can't complain too much. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Have a great day and stay strong.